Last week, Marai's sump leak was a massive blow. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Things are about to get very ugly.
Hello, my friends. Here we are again. And there she is still. And that on the floor is the sump. It was taken across to trade check, and the guys added a bit more of the what I called hoddy-dar poo last week. They did a bit more of that and sorted it out, but the oil leak on the sump is now fixed. So what is now going to happen is that sump will be installed, and I've got a little vehicle identification plate that I had made that's going to be put on. Then we're going back to see if we can get a roadworthy certificate. Then we will start the homologation process.
This sump stole years of my life when the leak was detected. Once the sump is installed, which will be later today, we will be back on track.
It is Thursday morning, and so far we've had a fairly quiet week. Just sorting out that damn sump, and hopefully today we can get our clearance certificate.
Marai's time at Man Trucks over the last few days has been all about getting her through roadworthy. We have made all the little fixes that the test centre asked us to, so hopefully our next visit is the last one. To make sure that all is 100%, Marai will have a final road test before returning to the test station. Our world was about to come tumbling down around our crushed spirits.
I have just got home from that visit at Man Trucks, and you might be able to tell from my demeanor that all is not good. Hi. I just had a phone call from Mark Dutton, the guy who owns that Man Trucks. He took Marai for a drive, and the head gasket is blown. We had that engine out.
All I could do is climb into Mini Marai and head over to MAN to see what the hell had happened. It is difficult to describe just how deep this pool of despair that I am drowning in is. Am I being punished for something in my past? Is this karma being dished out to me? Karma that I deserve. I felt as though I was in a terrible nightmare as I pulled up to MAN. This could not be happening to us. I had a brief meeting with Mark, and he showed me this footage. You can clearly see water flowing from the cylinder head. The engine compartment was a mess with antifreeze and watermarks covering everything. Marai was broken, and so were we. Our dream was lying in tatters. I could hardly breathe. I did the only thing that I could do. I walked. The sand roads of Leisure Bay that I usually find quaint and appealing were now badly maintained and neglected dirt roads. I walked 9 kilometers every day. Today it felt like 90 kilometers. When I got home, my welcoming committee was there to meet me. As loving as ever. Little souls that never let you down. Little souls that coax the darkest despair out of you and force you to smile. The next morning, it was time to face the demons.
Right, let me try and explain to you what has happened. During our nearly 4 years of this build, I have never said the words I'm about to say, and that is, we are stuffed. Yeah, so we need a new cylinder head gasket. A huge blow is that MAN Trucks have said their guys just aren't trained to work on dismantling these engines, this OM352. So they can't help me. I then went to Mercedes-Benz, which is just around the corner here. OM352 is a Mercedes engine. Mercedes-Benz can't help me. They said the same thing, that their technicians are not trained in these old engines. So I'm in a situation where we don't have anybody to do the work. And I must also mention that in December 2021, a company called BG Engineering overhauled this engine 100%. So what I have done is we have found a company around the corner from MAN Trucks called Clive Lee Engineering. And there's a guy there called Randy. He knows the engine, and so we're going to take it there. They're going to look at it. They are members of the RMI, which I feel pretty good about, because then they're accountable, and I think they're a reputable company, and they have done work on the vehicle in the past. They helped with the prop shaft, they skimmed my flywheel, so they've, yeah, and their work's been good. So that is where we are right now.
The first thing the guys at Clive Lee needed to do was to find out what caused the gasket to blow and why the engine was overheating. I am as baffled as they are. Even though Mariah has not driven long distances, she has never had an overheating problem. In fact, during our very first test drives way back in August 2023, I watched the temperature gauge like a damn hawk, and she was always running cool. So what has changed?
This is not where I want to be. But we really don't have an option. We've come too far. Marika and I have chatted. We could stop things now and put it out there and tell someone to make us an offer. We know we would get not much for her right now. So yeah, my friends, this is a desperate situation for us, and Marika and I are gutted. Doesn't even come close to it. But we will chat soon. We'll chat next week. Yeah, you take care.